Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 33 episode 4. In the previous episode we had a little bit of a cash flow problem and we had to cut it halfway through for the short-term investment to actually finish, but then the ball got rolling again and we managed to build this and finish most of the mandatory things off. So we can actually get prisoners this episode, and we will be getting prisoners this episode. What prisoners are we getting? Well, I think we will go for a bit of everything, really. I mean, I did ask what sort of prisoners do you actually want, and I did ask in the comments and such. So this is going to be a mixed prison. Basically, prisoners can be everywhere, and it's not really going to be I normally, when I make my prisons, I always say that we're going to do like a min sec or a med sec and max. We're not really going to we're going to try and not have that as part of the equation. So we're going to bring all of those prisoners in, but we're going to be more careful and be more conscious of the grading of the prisoners and what cells they get put in. So we're not going to have a medium sec cell block, a max sec cell block, or anything like that. We're just going to have prisoners everywhere, and depending on their behavior, they will be moved from different cell blocks based on, or different cells rather, and indeed full cell blocks based on their behavior and such, because when they get up, their grading goes up and then they can be moved and such. And we might actually start seeing some weird patterns where maybe high risk prisoners get better cells because they're actually behaving and things like that. So we're going to do basically a bit of everything. So I'm just going to say let's receive a total of 10 prisoners. So basically 4, 3, 3, there you go. So we'll have 10 prisoners in the next intake, which will be in less than a day, 15 hours and 6 minutes. So we need to get a couple of things complete before we do anything else. So let's just go to our rooms, and then we want to put the chapel in like so. In fact, we want to put the chapel all the way in like that, and then we also want to put our, do we want to put the laundry in? Yes, we do want to put the laundry in because we haven't got it. Laundry in there, and also we will put in a forestry here. No, we're not going to have a forestry there. That would be a bit insane. We're going to have I think this was our classroom, wasn't it? But we currently haven't got classroom. I guess we'll start researching that one. So we'll go for a bit of, we haven't got prison policy, so we'll do that one. Security, we do need to research patrols, and I think we will go for education as well. We don't have legal prep or anything like that. We don't need it. I think that will probably do us for the time being. So there we go. Do we have all of the people that we need? Yes, they're all in there and doing their jobs, hopefully. We also, oh no, we don't have everybody. We don't have a lawyer because we don't really need one. Let's just go to our rooms as well, and we'll go to staff room because it's one of the things we do need. As you can see, we've got a grant on the left hand side for everybody to be happy and stuff. Health and well-being and all that stuff. Well-being initiative. So let's get a couple of items in here. So we'll have a couple of drinks machines as you come in. This is a very, very large staff room. It's actually it's actually too big. So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe split that down the middle like that, and then have this as an armory. Because I don't know if we're going to have I don't know if we're going to have armed guards, but maybe it being there is in the first instance might be a good idea. I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's a separate room. That's a separate room anyway, because we might as well have a separate room and have something in there, because there's no point in a very, very large staff room like we had there. That was just too big. Right, let's have a couple of sofas in here like that. There we go. That'll do it for now. That'll be designated as a staff room. Laundry is all we need to get that sorted up. So let's just quickly run some electricity, I guess, up that way, because that's where I'm going to have the laundry machines, and obviously laundry machines need to be powered up, and we also need to run that up there as well, because then that'll power up these rooms. So we've got a chapel, we've got a visitation, and we've got well, it will be eventually be the classroom, but we don't have that yet. Let's just get this visitation done because we might as well, or I might. Do I want to get it done? How much money have I got? 40 grand, or more than enough to get this thing sorted. So, which way are these ones? It's that way. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Chapel, obviously, altar goes. Do we want to put it right at the top or that side? It would make sense it going there. Yep, something like that. And then we'll have pews going. So, we'll have a pew there. And then there, and then we'll basically put pews all the way to the back, and then we'll have some prayer mats which go like that, basically all the way down the bottom, because chapel, for whatever reason, just seems to be one of the most important rooms in the game now. It does so much. Anyway, Right, I think we're about sorted there. I do need to put some drains in on the doorway, which is what several people have suggested, so good collar and all that. We've managed to sort that out. We don't need to do anything else in the canteen, although there has been comments saying that we should shift these tables around, and someone even provided a plan. They tweeted me a plan on Twitter, so well done. We might get on it to change these if we need to. I mean, I do it a lot of the time where I go, I don't like that and I'll redo it, but that's generally in the planning stages, or sometimes if I see something like, oh, I don't like that, let's spin it around. I might change it if it's already been placed, like I think we did that with a bit of the tables and stuff, tables and chairs up here. But for the most part, if it's in and it works, then I'm happy just to leave it. You know, if it like I say, works, then there's no real problem there. So let us get some laundry machines put in. I'm not going to put a boatload of them because we just don't need a boatload of them. But I do want a table, and I want it, I think, opposite there, so we can have it. So we can have a lot of room for the ironing boards, which will go there, 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 and there. So we'll have 4 ironing boards, and then we do need laundry baskets, which will basically go like that, because they are going to get shifted anyway, so you might as well just have a pile. I really wish there was like a dispenser for laundry baskets, just like one like rack, like a laundry basket rack, and then you can just pull one off the rack, and instead of, because obviously you bring these other stacks of uniforms in anyway, so why can't you just have a laundry basket dispenser, or not a dispenser, but like just a rack that holds, say, 10 laundry baskets, and when they need one, they'll pull one off. When they need to store it, they'll put it back. That would be a nice idea. Anyway, let's go to our regime, and we will alter this. So we have sleep time up until 5, which I think is adequate, and then we're going to have a bit of a shower time. Then we're going to have 2 hours of free time, and then we'll have 2 hours of free time, or do I have an hour of free time? An hour of free time, then an hour of eat, and then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, no, 4. Then we want lockup of 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 hours of eat, hour of free time, and then sleep. There we go. That seems about right to me. We're going to have prisoners working in the entire area. We're going to have them working in the kitchen. We're going to have them working in the laundry. We're going to have them working all over the place as far as I can, basically as far as I can manage. I'm going to have them working. And because of that, we do need to put in some metal detectors, so let's get on with that. Actually, no, let's not get on with that. What we're going to get on with first is the outside, because currently it's a little bit of a risky proposition to have people working in the mailroom. So I'm going to put some fences all the way down to the end, and then we're going to have double gates. Now, obviously, we don't have automatic door openers yet, but that's something we'll have to get later on. So let's have a quick look here. We've got a total of how many guards? 2 guards. We've got 2 chefs, so we do need to hire some more, but we can cater for, as far as I can tell, the prisoners that we have are going to get, so 10 prisoners. Now, one of the things that I have, I guess, overlooked is that these are going to be security rooms, and these are going to be solitary. That's fine. These are going to be better grade cell blocks, but this over here, that currently is, well, I think it was a cleaning cupboard, but I'm thinking of maybe swapping a couple of these out to have it as a sort of protective custody area, because we currently don't have that. We need someone in protective custody, although, to be honest with you, the ability to have protective custody and then change the regime, because obviously currently the regime is just the same for everybody, and that's what it will be. We're not going to have a special regime for different grades of prison, because as I said, I don't really want to treat them as different grades of prisoner. It will be an indication to say ones might be more violent than others, etc. But I want it to have be as open as possible. Well, the thing is, having protective custody and supermax, the whole thing of changing it around in the regime is sort of being made not redundant, but it's the effect of it has been lessened somewhat by the introduction of the ability to fling them in cells for 24 hours or just permanently. Like, having them do that is just a great thing for just keeping them safe or keeping other people safe from them. Anyway, bit of stuff done there. Let's go for contraband and deployment, because we just need to get that done. And then we could go for, again, legal stuff, but we don't have them unlocked. So we don't have a lawyer in this place, so we don't really need to do that. Right, so speed up to max speed, because we should have done that for a long time, but we should have done that a while ago. These are going to crack on getting all the gates put in, and once they've done that, I can then go to each end and then put some road gates either side. Obviously, we need some automatic door openers as soon as possible, and I don't know where I'm going to put them. I guess there, but then that might be a bit of a risky thing, because they are very, very close, so It's not really close, I guess. That should be fine, and that janitor's stuck. There's a bit of a glitch when you got it to max speed. Look, they can't really... I don't know whether it's to do with their movement speed, and they have to move one side, then go to the other, and then go to the other. And they just seem to, like, wobble back and forwards. Either way, don't max speed it out when you've got them there. Yeah, I don't know where else to put my... security station. If it's not going to be there, if that is going to be our... If that's going to be armed guard and such, or armed places, where else could I put it? I guess here would be the obvious choice, because it means you can have a library on one side and, say, a security room in the other, which doesn't really mix, you know, in terms of theme, but it'll do. I mean, it'll work, so maybe that's what we'll end up doing. We'll have it there. And then we can have the door opener there. Yeah, I think we'll do that, yeah. 25,548 generic units of currency. Let us get another few more guards. So 1, 2, 3... There we go, that's got our grant completed. And then we're going to have 10 guards as standard because, well, that's just generally what we're going to have. What else do we need? Well, we've got janitors, we've got everything else, really. I don't think we need to bother with much else. Let's go for a small pipe, and we'll run a small pipe up to there. The reason I've run it a little bit further is because I plan on putting another laundry machine in. In fact, I might as well do it now just to get that sorted, although it does cost £1,000. Ah, sack it, we'll just put it in. There we are, so 30 grand we've got left. We're losing 1,250 per day. We do need to go to our policy and say that you get locked down for everything for the time being, because we don't yet have any solitary cells. Parole cutoff we're going to bring down to, I think we'll bring it to 20%. 20% I think is about right. And then I think that'll be about it. Obviously no needs, jobs are all in there, we've got our intake, and then yeah, we're about right. I think we're about ready to go. We don't have any programs running yet, but that's no problem. We've got our... Actually, what do I need to change? I think we'll get another grant. Security procedure certification, that's armed guards and stuff. Hire 10 guards, security chief, unlock patrols. Oh no! That is one that we can get. Assign 3 guards to patrol routes, because we need to do that anyway. See, the thing is about the grants, I've mentioned it several times before, but you can do it. Yeah. Oh, we haven't got deployment unlocked yet. No, we must have deployment unlocked. I'm really confused now. Deployment. We're currently researching deployment. Okay, I was going to say, yeah. Unlock patrols through bureaucracy, but we can't unlock deployment. Fair enough, and because we need to assign 3 guards to patrol routes, which is in deployment. Right, a bit of a alpha game is alpha there. That's a bit of a bug, because we can't do that until we get the other bit. But the grant doesn't tell us that. Yeah, I've mentioned it several times before that the grants are very, very good for sort of guiding you through the game and say this is what you actually might need and such. So it is good for that. Right, we're going to get prisoners in a couple of minutes, so I just have enough time to go to the... where is it? I can't find it. Metal detectors, and shove them in. Now the problem I have is that we are running not close to capacity, but we are going to be dangerously close to it. Let's just put these things in. There we go. That's all of the ones I can. I could put one in the entrance here to the kitchen, but there's no real point. What I do want to go to, again, I can't go to deployment and change these things to staff only, you see. So we're putting all of them in. I am going to go to my utilities and actually capacitor the rest of this up. So we've got all of our capacitors put in. It does cost a bit of cash, but I don't really care because I just want it in. Electrical cable will run them around the place because obviously we need to get this thing powered up, like so. And then we will, I guess, run cables down. Good grief, I don't know why, but the frame rate just dies when you go in that thing there. Right, okay, so we've got mail room, we've got reception, so we should be able to search the prisoners when they come in. The problem is that as soon as the prisoners turn up here, all of these doors are going to be locked shut, so let's lock some of them open because we do need most of them locked open. I'm probably going to put door controls on these, or door servos on most of the places eventually, but to be honest with you, a lot of it I'm also just going to keep open because that's just, well, how it is. We're just going to keep a lot of these open. So, and a lot of the places are just standard doors as well. Now, I do have to watch out for, like, escape attempts on this one because they could just leg it very, very quickly. Although, to be fair, with these double road gates here, they have to come through, out this bit here and then run that way. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. It's going to be a bit weird as well because this area here is not going to be staff only, but this bit is. This bit will be staff only, but this bit won't be because I want people working in the kitchen. So it's going to be all over the place, really. How close are we on that bureaucracy? We've got deployment on 23%, so not enough time for... well, it won't be done by the time these prisons turn up because they're turning up now. There we are. And there's one coming in, and you can actually mouse over the prisoner there, look. I've just noticed that. I think I mentioned in the... was it the last alpha that I thought that this bus would come along and then it actually generates the prisoners when the bus stops? Obviously that is not the case. Because you can mouse over the prisoners here, you can actually see them inside. Oh, there's a strong, tough and volatile prisoner there. I'm guessing he's a high risk one, yeah. It's Benjamin B1337. Oh, good grief. He's the elite prisoner. Fathead. Right, so we've got Benjamin Bezic. We've got Felix Donnelly. We've got Sean Pierce. We've got Stephen Taylor. We've got Matt Steele. Oliver Durkett. Something like that. Dan Winner. Benjamin Davies. Benjamin Kleinhardt? No, Kleinert? Something like that. We've got all the prisoners. And they're already... being a bit pissed off because we are searching them. Well, that's just tough. That's just how it goes. So, prisoners coming in. Let's just go to our intake and turn that off. We don't want any more prisoners coming in now. We do not want that at all. And we've already found a knife. So it was a good idea to search these people. Right. So, what do I need to do? Well, I need to sign some jobs. We can go to intelligence. We just need to check our informants. And we can see we've got strong, tough and volatile and a tough prisoner there. Currently, that's all they have. There's no question marks on the rest, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. We also need to check our grading, but I believe that is in logistics. Room quality, there we go. These cells are grade 1, okay? So that one there says 0 of 1. So I believe that's the occupant entitled, who's assigned to that, is entitled to a grade 0. Okay, so that's the base unit. Or that, I guess it's not, it's lower than base unit, because base unit is 1, there you go. They're entitled to a grade 1, they've got a grade 1. So everybody is, I was going to say happy, but that is not the case. They are just entitled to what they've got. So that is fine, that's what we want. Right, so no prisoners are going to go to the holding cell because, well, for a start, it's too bloody filthy. Look how horrible that is. Ugh. Horrible. So, yeah, they're going to go in there. We've got, obviously, metal detectors and such, but sadly they're taking them through the kitchen, which I thought they were going to do. We do need a door there, but what I might do instead... I guess I could put a metal detector there, but it's a bit of a false economy because I'm going to end up be buying another metal detector for... The reason I would put a metal detector there instead of a door is because if I have people working in the kitchen, then they have to come out of the kitchen. If they nick something, then obviously they're going to be found by the metal detector. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to go through that anyway to go anywhere else. And then I'll also be putting metal detectors in here once I get the other cells put in. So yeah, it's sort of pointless, isn't it? Right, okay, so what else do we need to do? Well, at the moment... most of this is sorted. I think I will go for a cleaning cupboard. I'll get that up first because then it means that most of these prisoners can actually be assigned to work in the facility in some way. And I will put a standard door there. I am putting a lot of trust in these prisoners, which is really, really bad, I think. Or is it good? I don't know. Giving them trust, you know, might be a good thing. Saying, you know, we trust you not to nick everything. Maybe that's not the case, but we'll see what happens. Right. You can see we've got a little bit of problem with visibility because we don't have any people patrolling, and that ding-ling-ling noise hopefully means... no, it's been the other one. So I was hoping it was going to be the deployment, but it's not. It is... let me just speed up to max speed here. It was actually the classroom, so we can designate all of that as classroom, and then we can shove things in. So we want an office desk at the front there. This is a very, very large classroom. I don't think we need a classroom this big, you know. We could split this down the middle and have our... security room in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16. 20. There we go. There's more than we actually need in there, but it's done. Right, so That's also got our 20 school desks for education reform program, because we've still got that grant there. A grant that I don't think we've ever completed in any series of the game, so it's a bit weird. Right, deployment, guard patrols. We need to set up some guard patrols, and we're going to patrol around right on this area here. Obviously, that's where most of the prisoners will spend a lot of their time, so we also need to patrol around this area as well. Again, just to have some sort of presence, and visibility is the main reason for it. We don't really want to do that in the shower, or do we? Yes, we do, because we want to make sure that we can, well, stop any fight. And there we go. There's a bit of money. So, that's all sorted. Kitchen, we're also going to put some patrols in here as well. And in the reception too, I think we'll just have it like that. There we go. Visitation is going to be the exact same thing, because we, again, want visibility. I think that will do it. Laundry we could do, but at the moment we don't really need it. Common room, we also need it in there as well. And there we are. So, that's a lot of people assigned to different things. Now, what I want to do is go to our rooms tab and then finish off this, which is going to be a cleaning cupboard. So, there we are. And then a lot of chemicals are going to come in, which is going to be really dodgy. And then we need to go to deployment. And we need to set, I'm just going to put it normal speed so it's not running as bad. We'll set all these to staff only. We're going to set that middle bit to staff only. We want to put all the bits down here as staff only. I think that's about right. I think we're okay there. Now, as I said, the reception and mailroom need to be okay. Need to be like standard designation. And yeah, we're about right there. Okay, so we want prison labour. 2 on the laundry, 2 on the cleaning cupboard. Let's make it 3 of each. There we go. There's everybody assigned. Right, let's go to our programs. Kitchen, safety and hygiene. Foundation education reform program. No, foundation education program. Reform program, I was looking down. Alcoholics group therapy, we've got 1 in the queue. Spiritual guidance, we'll start that. And, like I say, alcoholics group therapy we can't yet have because there's no place in the common room for it to be held. So I think we will get that up first, because I think that's a very important thing to get. And I think that's about right. Once that's done, I will start it, and then obviously that's going to be ran. Is there any people that would benefit from a behavioural therapy? No. So it's just the one over there. So that's fine. And also, pharmacological treatment of drug addiction is also not required as well. So that is a good thing. There we go. Right. I'm just going to go back to deployment, because I'm going to change up my guard patrols here. I want to just cancel all of that. There we go. And unassign that person, then reassign them, because I want people patrolling either side of it, you see. In fact, because we've got a gap of... Is it a gap of 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can actually assign them to the centre of that route rather than anywhere else. So I think that's going to be a better idea, because then it means that we're not going to be overlapping anything. And there we go. Right, so it's currently on sleep time. All of our prisoners are in there. 15 prisoners maximum, so we can receive another 5 prisoners if we want. I might as well. Actually, what I'm going to do, because today has gone so well, I think we will spend the time and get these cells put in. Actually, let's put everything else, all that stuff in after we've put the proper walls in, because we're not using the big front cell doors because it's expensive. And we will furnish the remainder of these cells, and then get another 10 prisoners, I think. Yeah, seems about right. So all the way up to the end here. I haven't really mentioned the comments about what people were saying about the prison. It's pretty much everything's okay. I don't think anyone has any major problems with what we're doing. There's a couple of questions regarding the expansion of the prison and what we're going to do when we go from this side. And I have mentioned it a couple of times, but I'll say it again. Basically, we're going to expand this side. We're going to put another common room on. We're going to put another yard and also a workshop in the centre. And then either side we'll have similar size cell blocks to this, but there'll be a lot more upmarket, as it were. So we'll have cells that are maximum grade. These ones on the bottom sort of mid-grade. I want to try and get a bit of everything. Oh, looks like that guy. He's volatile, and he's for some reason just punching the crap out of stuff, which is a bit weird. Let's just get the... Oh, there's already some people coming to stop them, so there's no real problem there. Yep, that's that guy getting his head beaten in. He's unconscious. Do you want to keep beating his head in? No, they can't. Right, okay, so, bit of a fight there. That's a bit of a weird one. It's because he's volatile. That's why that's kicked off. Either way, yep, well, when we expand it, we'll have more upmarket cells, and hopefully it will it'll be alright for the grading. But we shall see. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Next episode, we will build Solitary, because I think it's about time we get on with that. And also these better cell blocks here, as well as get prisoners in, and just generally progressing on. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.